Okay, hello scholars. So this is your homework for today. What I always suggest you do is do all the problems on your own and then like do my video notes over here. So I'll try to do the most of the video notes on this side, but try to do it on your own first. All right, so we have 7,685 divided by 2. Since 7,685 is written first, it is the dividend and it goes under the house. It's this divided by this. Enough. Yes. Seven. Two goes into seven three times. Three times two, 6. Look your line, subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. Pull down one shade. And then divide. 2 goes into 16. 8 times. Minus 16. 0. Pull down your shade. 2 goes into 8. 4 times 2 is 8. 0. 5, 2 goes into 5. 2 times 2 is 4. All right, so you know we do not have remainders in um 6th grade, so we can write it as a fraction. So our answer will be 3, 8, 4, 2, and 1/2. That's fraction form. But we've also been looking at decimal form, so we carried put a decimal point and put a 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. Or so the answer is 3,842 and 1/2 or 3,842.5. Cool. How many lawns can be mowed in 35 hours if it took 7 hours? 7 hours to mow 4 lawns. So what do you know? I know um 7 hours to mow 4 lawns. I'm finding how many lawns can be mowed in 35 hours. So I want to create a table. I know I'm talking about hours and lawns. Um, what do I know? I know that in 7 hours you can mow 4 lawns. I know that there's a multiplicative relationship between 7 hours and 35 hours. Because you can multiply 7 times 5 to get 35. Thus, 4 times 5 is 20. What does that mean? That means in 35 hours, you can mow 20 lawns. Great. Let's look at this. I'm bringing this back because we have a quiz tomorrow and it's going to be on like unit rate. So, Karma made 9 pairs of earrings in 6 hours. So, on this side is on the right side would be my way, on the left side should be your way. So what do you know? I know that 9 pairs, 6 hours. I'm trying to find 12 pairs. Pairs, hours. I know 9 pairs is in 6 hours. Trying to figure out How long for 12 pairs? There's no multiplicative relationship between 9 and 12. However, the friendly factor shared between 9 and 12 is 3. To get from 9 to 3, you divide by 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. That tells me that the rate for every 3 pairs takes 2 hours, and 3 times 4 is 12, and 2 times 4 is 8. So that means it takes 8 hours to make 12. Using the same information, 9 pairs, 6 hours, 10 hours. I know, excuse me, I know that you can make 9 pairs in 6 hours. I'm trying to figure out how much is 10 hours. Pay close attention to why I give a space here. There's no multiplicative relationship between 6 and 10. However, there is a multiplicative, there is a friendly factor 2 that can go into both. You could divide that by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, which means for every 3 pairs is in 2 hours. And to get from 2 to 10 is times 5. And 3 times 5 is 15, which means that in 10 hours you can make 15 pairs of earrings. How does this compare to your work, right? So go ahead and pause if you need to. Okay, so this is what we've been working on today. It says Alexis needs 6 cups of flour to make tres leches, which is a popular cake in Mexico. They only have a 2-cup measuring scoop. So like how many scoops do they need? So we want to use these thinking steps. So it says draw your total or what you're starting. So my total is 6 cups. And I can draw my 6 cups by creating a tape diagram representing 6 holes. And then I can partition each hole like that. So that means 6 cups. Partition your starting group by the size of each group. Um, each group, so I know that each of these is 1 cup. However, there are 2-cup measuring scoops. So I need to like when I take a scoop, I'm pretty much taking 2 cups. So how many groups of 2 cups do I take? So you need 3 scoops. Now let's look at this and then it says the number of groups is represented by the number of cups. All right, write a multiplication sentence. 3 scoops times 2 cups equals 6 cups. Write a division sentence. The total is 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So I literally just follow all of these steps to do this. Now let's look at this one. Emmanuel needs 2 cups of flour to make a serenade. He only have 1/3 cup measuring scoop. So before he had 2 cups measuring scoop, now he has 1/3 cups measuring scoop. Let's see what we can do here. So first you want to draw total or what you're starting with. So I know my total is 2 cups. I'm going to create a representation of 2 cups. 2 cups means 2 holes, so each hole is shared. However, partition your starting number by the size of each group. Each cup is split into thirds because in order to get a third, you have to partition your holes into thirds. Now, he only has 1/3 cup measuring scoop. So like if he scooped it out, this is 1/3. So he would need 6 scoops, right? Um, 6 times 1/3 equals 2, or 2 divided by 1/3 equals 6. I like to always ask this question, basically saying, how many thirds are in a whole? It's 3/3 in one whole. So like how many thirds are in two wholes? So 6. Where do you see um thirds within two wholes in your division sentence? Well, I see it if I multiply this by this. Okay. So I'm gonna do this one, and you have to do the rest on your own. So biryani is a rice dish from South Asia. 3 students made the recipe. If Alicia's recipe uses 4 cups of rice, how many scoops of rice does each student need? So this right here tells us the total, right? And as we did before, we can create a tape diagram representing what the total is, right? So Alicia uses uh 2 cup scoops. So first I need to partition my holes. So this represents 4 cups. Each of these represents 4 cups. However, Alicia uses 2 cup sizes. So Alicia uses this for 1 scoop and this for 1 scoop. So Alicia will need 2 scoops. So you're gonna do this on your own. I'm gonna try to represent this one. So we have the total. We want to represent our total. So this is our total of 4 cups. However, they use is half scoops. So you want to ask yourself, like, how many half scoops are in a whole? Well, it's 2. So for every whole, there are 2 half scoops. Now, if they're scooping up half scoops, how many scoops will they need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You do that on your own. Now, this problem is a little different. However, we could still get through it. So it says a cookie recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of sugar. Izzy only has 3/4 measuring cup. How many times does she use her measuring cups to reach the amount of sugar needed for the recipe? So if we look here, you see 3 holes. However, we need to represent our total, which is 2 1/4 cups. So we need to show 2 1/4. This fourth tells me to split each whole into fourths. However, this is three holes and I need to represent 2 and 1/4. So this is one hole, this is two holes. This would be 2 and 1/4. So what do I do with the rest? Cross out the rest. Cross out part of total, not needed. Now, what do we know? We know Izzy only has 3/4 measuring scoops. So each of these is a fourth. This is not needed because that's not a part of the 2 and 1/4 of our total. So our divisor is 3/4. So how many groups of 3/4 can I get? One, two, three. That's one group. One, two, three. It's two groups. One, two, three. That's three groups. So 3 scoops of 3/4 measuring cup. Um, so you have to do this on your own, these on your own, and this on your own. We did a lot of work in these problems, so I'm looking forward to seeing how well you do. All right, that's all. And hopefully you have a really good test tomorrow.